Hey, it's that time of year. Y'all welcome to the all around. Obviously, Ricardo Dudley Jr. Portsmouth Invitation. It's been a busy 2 weeks, Cardell. Yours didn't stop, obviously, with Portsmouth kicking off this evening. Had two games tonight. Who stood out? I wish I could tell everybody the picture I got in my text of what the craziness that I saw. But man, you got some clips. So I can't I'm sure the clips will do it more justice. But go ahead.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna start with game one with Sales System face Portsmouth Sports Club. As usual, man. I'm just gonna give a rundown of the players that jumped out on day one. I'm not gonna necessarily give a summary of the game. This week is about evaluations of the players that I believe will be in a run as far as getting the big invite to the G League Combine, which means if you get to that point, if you play well on that, you get invited to the big boy combine, the main NBA combine, in hopes of possibly moving up into the draft rounds. Possibly trying to get drafted or working on building yourself to a level of a two day or exhibition G League spot, whatnot. And avoiding to have a go overseas, man. This so far so good. Tonight start off with a bang, and I'm gonna start off probably with the most explosive player, if not in college, definitely at this event. Toby Lawal out of Virginia Tech, 6'8", 215, 4, super explosive athlete. He has Shaden Sharp level athleticism from on the Portland guard. If you haven't seen him jump, just YouTube it and they'll understand. The only difference is Shaden is about 6'5", 6'6". Toby is 6'8". So he was catching a lot of dunking, and this is not me exaggerating. His eyes was above the rim. It was just normal. And his athleticism is downright out of this world. Look how everybody moved when he dunked that. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody made business decisions. It's like because it's no point. You can't get up with that. But with his 1% athleticism, um, he's the automatic lob threat. Finishes above the rim every time. And the thing I like about his mentality, he looks to dunk everything. He's not one of these guys that's just athletic and he picks and chooses his occasional times where he want to go up and finish. Nah, it's if he's around that paint, he's looking to dunk it every time, and I really appreciate that. But he uses athleticism to impact the game in various ways, not just the dunk. He ran the floor consistently, and he made his presence felt defensively as a shot blocking and switchable piece. Man, like he was on when he guarded 1 through 5 effectively, and he pressured. He used his length and he used his athleticism to not only just stay in front of players at the point of attack on defense. When he had a hedge out on big, when he was guarding the bigs, and he had to switch out on guards and hedge them out all the way to half court, and then he can get back to the big when they're rolling, so they don't compromise. He got out the shooters. Um, even when players was just in a triple threat, he pressured them, used his length, and was knocking the ball loose and deflecting. He got in the passing lanes where you can't just make a traditional pass when he's around. It's very dangerous. He can go the other way with it. So he forces you to even have to stretch out even more to make a pass and to catch that pass to execute your offense, which is ideally what the NBA is all about on defense, man. Because those extra seconds are precious, and the delays and throws the timing off on offense. So his defense is far ahead of his offense, and I'm gonna get to his offense in a minute, but he can make an impact defensively right now in the league, and him being a lob threat or whatnot. Now, offensively, he showed flashes with a couple of turnaround mid-range jumpers, but his shooting is just very streaky, and his three-point shooting he has good mechanics. He just didn't hit any. You know what I mean? He shorts arm it, and it just kept coming up short hitting the front of the rim. So he needs to continue to work on that where those threes that go in, and if those threes and mid range go in consistently, he will be a problem. But right now after the first game, got to see how he plays out through the week. Maybe the jumper start falling, but right now he projects as an energy for who thrives in screen and roll situations and in transition and can guard multiple positions as of today. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Next up is Rafael Castro out of George Washington, 6'11", 220. Active big, man, runs the floor well and finishes plays above the rim. He shows strong hands in traffic by catching whatever they try to throw it over the top of the defense or lobs or even, pulling down rebounds and stuff in traffic. He showed he got good hands, and he's able to secure tough catches. And then he converted at times inside. I felt like also at times, and this was the case with GW. Sometimes he can miss bunnies, and those come back to bite you. I think he needs to get a little bit more consistent in that area. I'm talking about bunnies where he can't dunk it, where he got to lay it up, but he's getting bumped and hit by multiple defenders. He still got to finish those. If he does, then he should be a double-double guy wherever he plays at the pro level right away. He's just too athletic and too big and too good to not be that. His motor and ability to impact the game without needing touches also stands out. So, that's a rare commodity. A lot of bigs need to feel the ball, need to get touches and all that to continue to be in tune with the game and, want to flourish and be active, but not him. He's active without it. And he can impact the game without needing to touch the ball, so to speak. I know he wants to, but he still understands how to impact the game. And that's a rare trait, especially in the big, man. So right now for him, it's just about being more active, finishing better, and just being more consistent as this week progresses at Portsmouth. And if he does that, he gives himself a good chance. Next up is Tammy Lipsey out of Iowa State, 6'1", 200-pound point guard, true floor general. He's just a true floor general. He controlled the tempo throughout the game. He constantly made the right reads, which at his height can be tough, especially with all the length and athleticism that's on the floor. But he showed it didn't really bother him. He showed he was able to still survey the floor, make the right pass and the right reads, and get the right person the ball. He also kept the offense organized, and then he showed poise under pressure uh, when the times that he did, what I'm saying, like had pressure and bigs would switch out on him and try to use their strength and agility to just bother him. He was poised. He just kept bringing them out the deep waters, what I call as far as dribbling out on the hedge out, which make it hard for him, the big, to get back to their main matchup, the opposite big. And then it's a mismatch. And that's just understanding how to play the game. And then once Lipsy recognized he was able to get the ball to the wing or the big, who had obviously the switch with his guy, and the big was able to go on the post and go to work or whatnot. You know what I mean? So that it just shows you a high IQ. And then, like I said, he's not flashy, but he's highly effective in managing the game. And he can score from all three levels, but he's just more of a traditional point man. So he looks to get everybody else involved and then get his just almost an extinct thing with point guards, but nonetheless, he's very good at it. Next up is the guy that surprised me. I knew about Toby, but he was right there with Toby as having the best best impact today. And he's athletic, but obviously not as athletic as Toby, but he's far more skilled. Jaden Henley out of Grand Canyon, 6'7" wing, 210 pounds. He can play the guard and the small forward spot. Highly skilled wing with defensive versatility. He's super crafty off the bounce, man. Whether it's coming off of picks and trying to probe or trying to break you down off the bounce and get to his spots for mid-range shots and 3 points. Special. He has a great feel for understanding how to get his shots and how to score the ball, man. And but then on top of that, he can also pass too. You know what I mean? So he was a matchup nightmare. He got whatever he wanted, and he got wherever he wanted, and that's half the battle. You can get what you want, but then there's another thing to always get where you want to get what you want. So he has the ability because of the way he can handle the ball and his athleticism and how shifty he is at his size. He was also on the defensive end, comfortable guarding position 1 through 3, and he showed he has the tools to be a reliable two-way contributor at the next level from day one, man. You know what I'm saying? He has a good amount of strength. He's competitive on both ends. He's able to stay in front of the smaller point guards, the shooting guards, which is his position, and the wings. Man, just he was effective at all three, and that's a value asset in the league today because there are not many of those. And then with the way he can score the ball when needed, man, very strong start. Let's just keep it at that. Moving on, Johnson out of South Carolina, 6'2", 192-pound point guard. He's a shifty physical guard who brings a competitive edge. That's what I saw today. He's able to score from all three levels. He's a gamer. He's not afraid of the big shot. And he's definitely one of them heat check type of players. Like if you see the ball go in the basket a couple times, best believe the third one's going in the back, going up. And even if he missed, he'll shoot again to try to make sure that he doesn't get too cold. You know what I mean? But when he's playing within the flow of the game, he's tough to stop. He really is, man, because he's shifty, he's strong, he's explosive, and he understands how to mix up his speeds from moderate to fast to fastest. Then when he could be at fastest mode and then go right back down to moderate and hit you with the fast, like he just keeps you off balance, man. And then he's strong. So even if you're able to stay with him, once he make contact, it makes it that much harder because you're aware he's shifty as well. And that's why he's able to find other teammates and able to create his shots at will like he did. And that's a trait that NBA teams love, and it's coveted throughout the league, man. So he did himself a great favor today with the way he played. He attacked with burst, and he held his own defensively at the point of attack. Showed solid playmaking instincts and an ability to make timely reads, man. To me, he's just a gamer and somebody to keep a close eye on as the week progresses. Now, on the Portsmouth Sports Club side of things, Trey Carroll, Alex Xavier, 6'8", 235-pound wing, knockdown shooter. You do not leave him open. If you leave him open, you need to get subbed. That's as simple as that. But he's a knockdown shooter with a strong, sturdy frame, man. And you don't find too many of those, man. You don't find people with his size with that type of touch and range, man, which makes him tough. And he has a great feel for the game. He's smart. And outside of just being being a knockdown shooter, he's very good at scoring in the post. When they put him up, he was good at making smart reads or just backing his opponent down and going to work and scoring inside, man. He can kill you multiple ways on offense. It isn't just him spotting up or, coming off of down screens or pin down screens for a three-pointer. No, he can kill you in many ways offensively. And then defensively, he held his own and showed he was versatile because I seen him move his feet and, stay in front of Michi Johnson and get that stop and then go back to the wings and get stops there. And that never hurts. That someone's a versatile defender, man, is actually preferred. So when you add in what he can bring offensively and defensively and then his high IQ with his size, I mean, it's ideal for people to look at him if he continues to play like he has to possibly be, one of those second round guys or two-way guys because he definitely has the talent to do that. Next up, Ernest Udell Jr., 6'11", 266 pounds, center. His size is ridiculous, and with his combination of size and agility is ridiculous, man. Like, that's a big boy. Has a super physical presence with surprising agility. He ran the floor hard. He defended at a high level, and he controlled the glass. But the main thing is when he's inside, he finishes strong, and he has a very clear understanding of his role. He rebounds, defends, and he finishes, and he screams. Simple as that. And he understands how to pass the ball out if he draws a double or whatnot. It's as simple as that. He doesn't play outside of himself, but what he does bring to the table, I feel is very valuable at the next level, man. Especially what we always talk about, the bigs. You need bigs, and they're back with a vengeance. How he plays, I got a team in mind for him already. The Detroit Pistons get him. He's like a taller version of Stu, but he got the athleticism of Doran, if that makes sense. So he's like a combination of the two. Like he will fit perfectly with what they bring because of what he brings. Last but not least, for Portsmouth Sports Club is Melvin Council Jr., 6'4", 180-pound point guard, high IQ lead guard who excels in pick and roll situations. He just understands how to probe. He doesn't let the pressure from defenders get to him, and he understands how to get to where he need to get to either score or make plays for others, man. And he's very hard to keep out the paint, very hard. He scored effectively from mid range and with floaters while applying constant pressure defensively. He was picking up full court and disrupting guards, cell system guards' rhythm all game. Uh, and he did that from the opening tip. He hopped right on Lipsy full court, and that was a welcome sight, obviously. From me, man. So seeing him a lot throughout his career. When he started at St. Bonaventure, then he transferred to Kansas the past year. So, I know what he brings to the table, man. The three ball, got to get more consistent with that. But if he's able to get that, he'll find himself having an opportunity to play in the league, man, because he does everything else so well. And in the second game, where Rounds Landscape faced Janai King, Colin Boswell, Illinois, 6'2", 215-pound point guard, strong physical guard who consistently got downhill and drew contact, hit some timely threes as well when pressure moments when the clock was winding down. He showed great patience probing off of screens, and then he stood out defensively with his ability to guard both on and off the ball at a high level at point guard and shooting guard. You gotta be careful with Boswell because he got the strength and the quickness, lateral quickness to stay with you. But then he's very handsy and he has great instincts to knock the ball loose, man. So he's a very dangerous guard on defense, man. And he's off to a strong start for this week. Next up is Trey White out of Kansas, 6'7", 250-pound guard. He's just a smooth three-level scorer with sneaky athleticism. He displayed advanced feel, good vision, and ability to create off the dribble. His craftiness and pace stood out in the half-court sets as well, man. Again, saw a lot of him last year. I think he has what it takes to crack a roster. Probably might have to start out on the two-way, depending on how well he played this week, and trying to get the invite to the G League combine. But he's off to a good start. I keep saying that these guys it's this field this year to me is more talented than normal. Even though each year is talent, this year is just silly. It could be like 15 or 20 dudes that earn NBA contracts. That's how talented it is, man. And Trey is one of those guys that should be in the running for that. Last but not least is Trey Donaldson out of Miami, 6'3", 198-pound point guard, super shifty guard who consistently got in the paint. He finished through contact with a mix of layups and floaters, showed toughness and control. He's effective at breaking down defenses and applying pressure on the rim. He loves to get in the paint. That's his thing. And he builds from there. Once he kind of gets in that paint and gets you sucked in and as a defense and finishing, hitting the free throws, then he'll start moving out where he looks to attack and get you on your heels first in the paint. And then he'll look to see about his teammates, and then he'll look to see about hitting mid-range and threes and whatnot, man. So it's kind of the opposite of most guards today. Most guards start from the perimeter and then move their way inside, but he kind of inside out type of guard, man, and it was fun to watch because we kept Rounds Landscape on the heels, man. So with that being said, these are the standouts for day one. Be back with more standouts tomorrow.
Yeah, man. As we close down, I was gonna say, I was trying not to interrupt so bad. You talking about big fella 6'11", 266.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't look like 266 flying down the court like that, man.
That's a big bull, man. Yeah.
Like he said 6'11", 266. He turned around waiting for the catch. I'm like he shot out of there.
And he the one that caused the turnover because he rotated over and knocked the ball loose. So that's what I mean by defensively. He got the instincts. He would fit. He's a Pistons player. I would not be shocked if the Pistons yep, that's our guy. Let's bring him in.
And then obviously Toby jumped out when you were talking, and then Boswell was out there like all pro DB,
Yeah,
just harassing
exactly.
people.
Exactly.
That's all I saw. I've been watching clips because it's almost draft time or whatever, and different prospects, whatever. And I saw him in the passing lane with that left hand textbook out, and I'm like, no, don't throw it, don't throw it. You on the field? I'm like, bro, that's gone. Like, it's lined up, it's out of there. Only thing missing was the high stuff into the end zone. But we got the layup. But appreciate defense like that from guards.
Oh
And
yeah, oh they rumbling.
you know
They
what
set the
I'm saying?
tone. These guards, the guards today set the tone. I'm looking now. The rest of the guards that play the rest of tomorrow on. I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna play no defense? No, I gotta put that in the week. No, no. And you better strap. And you better strap. How you think you gonna get on the court?
Hey man, hey man, hey
None
man.
of these
I
dudes are
love to.
being brought in to get 30, though. None of these dudes are, man. And that's just real, and they know that. So you better show you just the more you can show that you can help a team win, the better your chances. Simple as that.
Yes. Find a role, excel at it, be a star in said role. If the role expands later on, so be it. But you gotta get your foot in the door.
You
Like you
said it.
said, the people that gonna be taking shots, most of them already on the roster getting paid already, man.
Hmm.
So again, like you said, that's great for day one. Looking forward to day two.